What if everything you knew about Jesus was incomplete? What if an ancient secret had been carefully hidden for centuries by a secret order, guarded like a treasure never meant to be revealed? Imagine for a moment the feeling of realizing that what you've always believed might be only part of the truth, that there's another side, a story that's been deliberately forgotten or erased over time. Have you ever experienced this, that moment when you start to question everything you were taught as a child, in churches, in books? Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover now could truly change the way you view the biblical accounts and the story of Jesus itself. The Knights Templar, perhaps the most mysterious group of the Middle Ages, was not just a society of knights and warriors. Behind the battles and castles, they carried with them knowledge that few dared to comprehend, a truth that, if revealed, could shake structures of power and belief. Ancient manuscripts, secret maps, and cryptic symbols were how they protected something many would consider impossible to exist, the revelation of aspects of Jesus' life that have never reached us. Can you imagine why an entire organization would risk its life and wealth just to guard such a profound secret? What makes this story even more fascinating is that, for centuries, what the Templars discovered was lost among codes, rituals, and documents that mysteriously disappeared. Many historians and scholars have attempted to reconstruct these clues, but most of the evidence has been destroyed or hidden. So if you thought you knew everything about Jesus, get ready, because what you're about to discover today is far from conventional. There's a hidden narrative, camouflaged between historical events and religious interpretations, that only a few brave minds have dared to investigate. And you're about to enter that universe. Have you ever wondered why certain passages of the Bible seem incomplete or even enigmatic? Why were some ancient texts rejected or kept out of official versions? What if all this was no coincidence, but rather part of a plan to protect a truth too dangerous for the public? The Templars, in their quest for faith and knowledge, uncovered details of Jesus' life and teachings that challenged the traditional narrative, information that could completely alter our spiritual and historical understanding. Stay with me as we explore these mysteries together, and each revelation will open a new layer of suspense and questioning. And the most intriguing thing is that this secret isn't just historical. It continues to spark curiosity and theories to this day. Modern researchers and archaeologists have pored over remains, manuscripts, and symbols that somehow connect the Templars to secrets about Jesus the world never knew. Imagine discovering that what you considered sacred and absolute hides nuances no one dared reveal, details capable of changing religious interpretations, traditions, and even deeply held personal beliefs. So what you're about to discover isn't just an ancient story, but a delve into a mystery that has spanned centuries, protected by silent knights and guardians. A forbidden, almost legendary secret that many have tried to erase, but which remains, waiting to be revealed. And now, for a few precious minutes, you'll have access to a part of this truth that almost no one knows. But before we delve into the most surprising discoveries and hidden details of Jesus' life that the Templars so jealously guarded, it's important to prepare your mind for the unexpected. What comes next will challenge your certainties, make you question long-held interpretations, and open doors to a universe of knowledge that has remained hidden for centuries. And as you begin to imagine the secrets the Templars hid about Jesus, I invite you to join this journey of discovery. If this topic resonates with you, leave a comment below with what touched you most or what you've always wanted to understand about these hidden truths. Sharing your opinion isn't just about interacting. It's about creating a real conversation, a space where curiosity and reflection coexist. Each comment helps expand this discussion and connects people who also want to question, learn, and explore historical and spiritual mysteries. And if you're feeling intrigued by all this, enjoying every detail of the story that blends faith, conspiracy, and ancient enigmas, don't forget to leave a like. It's a simple gesture, but it shows that you value this type of content and encourage the channel to continue bringing more revelations, more stories that challenge traditional narratives and have the power to surprise and inspire. Your participation here is what makes this channel grow and reach more people with this type of content, keeping the flame of curiosity and knowledge alive. Plus, subscribing to the channel means you won't miss a single part of this investigation. We're about to delve even deeper into the mysteries the Templars protected for centuries. And your presence here ensures you'll follow every detail of this journey, every discovery that few have dared reveal. It's like being part of a community of explorers, united by the desire to know what has been hidden and to question what we've always been taught. So as you reflect on these initial clues and consider the questions you may never have asked, know that your interaction, whether commenting, liking, or subscribing, is not just a digital action, but a real contribution to enabling more people to access these timeless stories and mysteries. And now, with this connection established, we can move forward to the first concrete clues to the forbidden secret, delving into documents, symbols, and accounts that could completely transform our understanding of Jesus and the Templars. Now I want to delve even deeper into this topic, delving into the history of the Knights Templar, a society that, at first glance, appears to be nothing more than a group of medieval warriors, but which in fact possessed a strategic mindset and access to information few dared imagine. They were known for their military discipline and for protecting routes and castles, but their true power lay behind the scenes. As advanced bankers for their time, they manipulated wealth and knowledge with almost supernatural precision, acquiring documents, manuscripts, and artifacts that contained hidden truths about history. And rumor has it, even about the life of Jesus, every decision they made, every financial or military move, seemed to have a greater purpose, as if they were guarding something that transcended time. The Templars' journey was not just about battles, but about building a network of secrets and discoveries, a connection to information that medieval society would have considered too dangerous to know. It's fascinating to see how their combination of courage, discipline, and strategic vision allowed them to become not just warriors, but guardians of a truth that many still struggle to decipher. And it's in this interweaving of power, knowledge, and mystery that we begin to understand the true impact the Templars had, not only on history, but also on how truth was manipulated and preserved. Comment: I'm on that journey too. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, exploring the biblical context that many have never stopped to question. The Bible, as we know it today, has undergone centuries of translations, interpretations, and political decisions that shaped what would or would not be allowed to be published. Some passages were softened, others even hidden, and in this space emerged what many historians call the forbidden secret. Information about the life of Jesus and his teachings that simply did not reach the public. Imagine the number of decisions, debates, and influences that shaped the official narrative, and how this affected entire generations' perception of sacred history. It's fascinating to realize that, behind every word and every preserved manuscript, there were strategic choices, interests, and even fears of revealing truths that could transform people's mindsets. The Templars, with their access to rare and ancient texts, walked precisely in this territory where sacred knowledge met secrecy, exploring archives that were far from being understood by the rest of the world. Their journey in this sense goes far beyond battles or fortifications. It's a story of quiet impact, of decisions that change the way we view faith, power, and knowledge. Revelations that, even today, still provoke profound questions about what really happened, what was hidden, and why. And it's at this point, between what was recorded and what was silenced, that we begin to perceive the magnitude of the mystery and the complexity of the choices made centuries ago. Write it down. This makes sense to me. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, delving behind the scenes of archaeological discoveries and manuscripts that reveal a dimension of history unknown to many. Over the centuries, researchers have uncovered ancient texts, parchments, and fragments of documents that were never included in official versions of the Bible. Many of these artifacts indicate that the Templars had access to information about the life and teachings of Jesus that was previously hidden from the general public. Imagine the multitude of truths that, could have transformed how we understand faith, spirituality, and even the historical impact of certain decisions. These manuscripts, hidden in secret libraries or protected in fortresses, not only recorded events but also carried interpretations that challenge millennia-old traditions. Every detail uncovered symbols, marginal notes, different translations, is a piece of the hidden truth beginning to emerge. It is fascinating to see how the journey of these documents reveals the complexity of knowledge and the strategic intelligence of the Templars, who combined physical courage with a vision that had a lasting impact on history and spirituality. Investigating these artifacts brings us closer to a narrative that goes beyond what was officially transmitted, allowing us to understand decisions that shaped centuries and kept secrets under layers of protection and silence. Revelations like these make us question not only the past, but also how the truth can be manipulated or preserved by those with access to knowledge. And it is at this point, between archaeology, ancient records, and the interpretation of manuscripts, that we begin to realize the extent of the secrecy and the strategic choice of the Templars to keep this information. Comment: I'm on this journey too. Now I want to delve even deeper into this topic, exploring the untold truth about Jesus, the one that remained hidden for centuries and that few dared to investigate. Research and studies suggest that some details of Jesus' life, his most profound teachings, and certain spiritual decisions were deliberately kept secret, preserved by groups like the Knights Templar from being revealed to the general public. Imagine for a moment the impact this information could have had on people's mindsets throughout history, altering interpretations, traditions, and even deeply held personal beliefs. This hidden truth is not just a historical detail. It reveals a dimension of Jesus' journey that challenges established narratives and invites us to reflect on choices, sacrifices, and the way knowledge was manipulated or protected. Every ancient manuscript, every symbol, or note that escaped destruction carries fragments of this forbidden story, allowing us to glimpse a more complete and transformative picture. As we connect with these revelations, we feel the weight of the decisions of those who kept the secret, understanding that behind battles and castles lay a much greater mission: to protect a truth that could shake structures of faith and power. This discovery raises profound questions about what we truly know and how history is written and preserved. Comment: that makes sense to me. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, delving into the methods used by the Templars to protect this delicate secret. They didn't rely on ordinary written words or open records. Each piece of information was carefully encoded, hidden in symbols that only the initiated could understand. Ancient scrolls, maps with enigmatic inscriptions, and secret rituals were part of a complex strategy for preserving hidden truth, as if every detail had been designed to withstand the test of time and the attacks of those seeking to destroy or manipulate knowledge. Their mindset was clear: protecting the essence of what they considered sacred required discipline, intelligence, and a vision that would impact generations. Imagine the tension of knowing that every decision, every gesture, carried the responsibility of keeping a secret capable of transforming the spiritual and historical understanding of the world. And it wasn't just about hiding information. It was about creating an invisible, nearly impenetrable safety net, where the truth could only emerge for those ready and worthy of access. By understanding this behind-the-scenes story, we realize the level of care, strategy, and dedication the Templars applied, transforming each symbol and ritual into silent guardians of a revelation few had the chance to experience. This combination of courage, mystery, and strategic intelligence is what makes their journey so fascinating and unique. And it is precisely at this point that we begin to glimpse the magnitude of the secret they kept for centuries. Comment: I'm on this journey too. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, delving into the conspiracies and persecutions that surrounded the Templars and their forbidden secret. Despite their influence and discipline, the order was not immune to threats from powerful interests of the time. The Church, fearing that the knowledge and manuscripts held by the Templars could challenge the official narrative or shake structures of faith and authority, launched a series of investigations and accusations, often without evidence, but charged with political and religious intentions. Fortresses were besieged, knights captured, and documents destroyed or hidden, creating a true climate of tension and mystery. Every decision made by the Templars during this period revealed a strategic mindset to protect not only their own lives but also the hidden truth they carried, even in the face of extreme danger. This persecution transformed the secret into something even more valuable, shrouded in codes, symbols, and untold stories that would span centuries before partially emerging. The impact of these actions goes beyond military and political history. He touches on the essence of preserving knowledge and faith, showing how seemingly isolated decisions shape the journey of revelations that still arouse curiosity and fascination today. He comments, "That makes sense to me. Now I want to delve even deeper into this topic," exploring how modern theories and contemporary research shed light on what the Templars guarded for centuries. Many historians and scholars have dedicated their lives to investigating ancient manuscripts, enigmatic symbols, and accounts that escaped destruction, seeking to reconstruct the hidden truth about Jesus and the Order's secrets. Recent archaeological research, textual comparisons, and code analysis suggest that much of the information the Templars protected was not mere myth or superstition, but evidence of forgotten events and teachings. It is fascinating to see how these scholars connect historical clues, deciphering patterns that reveal strategic decisions, hidden intentions, and a vision of impact that spanned generations. The journey of these researchers demonstrates the value of questioning the official narrative, of looking behind the scenes of history and understanding that knowledge is rarely linear. It is constructed, preserved, and sometimes manipulated. Each recent discovery opens doors for reflection on the transformation of religious and historical understanding, suggesting that there is much more than what we have been told. And it's precisely at this intersection of past and present, between ancient documents and modern analyses, that we begin to understand the magnitude of what was hidden and how much we can still learn from these revelations. Comment, "I'm on this journey too. Now I want to delve even deeper into this topic," reflecting on the impact this ancient secret can have on our lives today. When we think of the Templars and the manuscripts they protected, we're not just dealing with historical curiosities. We're dealing with a hidden truth that, if known, could transform our understanding of Jesus, faith, and even decisions that shaped society over the centuries. Imagine seeing Jesus' life not just through traditional accounts, but through a perspective that considers deliberately hidden teachings and events, revealing nuances of wisdom, courage, and transformation that few have access to. This connection between past and present challenges us to question what we accept as absolute, to realize that the history we've been told is only one layer of reality, and that there's always something to be discovered by those who seek to look beyond. The journey of knowledge that the Templars began continues, in some way, to influence us, showing that decisions, choices, and revelations from the past can profoundly impact the mindset and understanding of the present. Reflecting on this brings us closer to a richer and more transformative experience, where history, spirituality, and hidden truth intertwine into something that transcends time. Comment, "I'm on this journey too. Now I want to delve even deeper into this topic," reflecting on how the Templars' legacy continues to resonate centuries later. The secret they protected is not just a historical fragment. It represents a hidden truth that challenges how we view Jesus' life, his teachings, and even the very construction of faith over time. The thought that strategic decisions, symbols, and manuscripts kept secret could have changed interpretations and mindsets shows us how malleable history is and full of invisible layers, how each discovery or revelation can profoundly impact how we understand the world today. It's fascinating to realize that by exploring these hidden truths, we connect not only with the past but also with the transformation of our own perspective, questioning what was taught and opening space for reflections that span generations. The journey of knowledge, courage, and preservation that the Templars began lives on, instigating curiosity, sparking questions, and reminding us that there is always more to discover, more secrets to be unraveled, and ancient decisions that echo in the present. Comment there. That makes sense to me. If you've made it this far, it means you're truly curious and ready to delve into truths that many have tried to hide. Take the opportunity to leave a comment, writing, "I'm with you until the end," so I know you've followed every detail of this journey. If any of these discoveries resonated with you, please leave a like, showing that this conversation resonated, that we're connected in this search for knowledge and mysteries. And if you want to continue exploring, there's a video here that complements this topic. Click and stay with me there, because there's still much to reveal and understand about the secrets that have spanned centuries. Your presence on this journey makes all the difference, and together we can continue unraveling these stories that defy time and our own way of understanding history and faith.